Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, unfortunately, the moment of truth is here. Triple-digit temperatures, and it looks like COVID cases are going up again, or at least illnesses of all sorts are going up again. And people, it's vacation season as well. Everybody's going away and all that. And this is what led up to trouble for me last year. But I want to say that last year and this year I had kind of opposite problems, but they both caused a lot of heartache issues. Last year I was obviously all alone. I was, even though I was all, I had a lot of fun times by myself, by the way. I got to admit that I really love hiding out to do my art projects. I was I was working on an AI for the game of Scout last year, actually, and also a few variations of Ticket to Ride. And I love going on hikes by myself. I really do. The only issue is that anytime something comes up that I can't handle by myself, it makes me realize I'm at a huge disadvantage. Let me give you an example. It doesn't even have to be times when I'm left alone. We just had a difficult meeting at work, right? I teach at Maricopa Community Colleges. I can let you read about that, but we're having budget issues. Now, myself and also one of my colleagues is also single. I'd say single by heart. He probably doesn't want to marry. He's in his 50s. Most of my other colleagues are married. And when we went into that meeting, you could clearly tell there was a divide between the two of us and the rest of the colleagues because the two of us had a lot more on the line, and it showed. As much as we try to hide it, it shows, right? Of the fact that you don't have a second income to fall back, you can't really hide that very easily in a negotiation. I mean, you don't have to say it out loud, but the sentiment, right? And that's what I run into. Now, as if that wasn't bad enough, um, we don't. It's one thing if you're single by heart like he is, or like I was a few years ago, right? But it's another if you try to go out and network with the right people. Here in the United States, we do not create a good environment for doing that, right? There's a lot of hostility toward that. There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of, let's say I go to a meetup group that might have 10, 20 people. If I make a move on somebody and it doesn't go right, it could easily backfire and make it difficult for me to go back to that same 10 or 20 people, right? That's what I mean by risk, right? Or ditto if you try to do it at the workplace, right? Or in any other environment. Right? You try to do it at your favorite hangout. And I, I don't see that playing out in Taiwan, right? I stayed in a hostel when I was in Taipei. I was there 6 years ago, and I saw some of the staff at the hostel hitting on each other. You got to understand, a hostel like that also has people who work there temporarily for a place to stay. And those people would hit on the permanent staff as well, and vice versa, or each other, right? I was at a hostel in Warsaw, and I hit on the owner's daughter, and it didn't turn south, right? Even though we never hit the jackpot, I probably could still stay there the next time I go there, right? That would not turn out very well here in the United States, right? We don't have a good substrate for that. Anyways, so it inspired me to bite the bullet and take the after what I had gone through last year with getting COVID-19 during a heat wave and also the workplace disadvantages. It inspired me to bite the bullet and do it. And of course, I've run into all of the risk and drama, and not to mention the uncertainty, right? I've been stood up multiple times, and even when my date does show, sometimes there's so much drama leading up to it that it really messes things up. I had just gone out with a girl to the school carnival. She was an hour late, and for good reason too. She was studying, and by the time she got there, I was so messed up that it didn't. It could have gone better. Let's put it that way. And so this past year has been marked by that kind of drama for me. But I want you guys to pray for me because I I'm just about to submit a paper to a conference in Taiwan, and things, you know, again, back to the risk of the girl I've been talking to in Taiwan. She's been busy, you know, going through a career pivot kind of issue, and been hot and cold with me. Had I been living there, it might not have played out so badly. The Taiwanese are much more open to networking with other people, even if it doesn't turn out right. But you know, long distance is tricky, and now I'm kind of in a hot cycle, so I gotta shoot while it's hot. And then there's the girl here in here in Phoenix. I call her Eve Curry. You know, she's also juggling two jobs and juggling a writing career as well. And and then there's just taking good care of myself during the hot weather, avoiding getting COVID-19 again. All right, please continue to pray for me by leaving a dislike on this video. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.